Have you ever had SI joint or hip pain and been told that parts of your pelvis and your SI joints are rotated, upslipped, downslipped, asymmetric, or out of place? This language is still really common, especially in the physical and manual therapy spaces, but it's not an accurate way of describing what's going on in your body or for explaining your pain. First off, clinicians cannot reliably palpate pelvic or SI joint misalignments. There's poor agreement on pelvic and SI joint position when clinicians palpate these areas on the same individual. Secondly, body parts don't just pop in and out of place. True dislocation or real structural instability is very different from the pain, stiffness, asymmetry, or feelings of instability that you may be experiencing. Your pelvis and SI joints are incredibly stable structures, and they're reinforced by thick ligaments, connective tissue, and muscle. The SI joint itself only moves a really small amount. So where did this language and all these diagnoses around the SI joint come from? Older biomechanical and manual therapy models attempted to explain pain by identifying small positional or structural faults and directly attributing symptoms to them. But correlation doesn't equal causation. Asymmetry and small structural differences are normal. Pain is multifactorial, and it's rarely explained by a single structure, alignment, or joint position. Even feeling unstable doesn't necessarily mean that you're structurally unstable. Pain can change your muscle activation, your movement patterns, and how your nervous system perceives an area of the body. Now, what about when you get manipulated, you hear a crack, and you feel better? Well, that crack is not your bones going back into place. It's actually associated with pressure and gas changes within the joint, a phenomenon known as cavitation. You may genuinely feel better afterward, but that improvement doesn't prove that something was put back into place. These changes rather are due to changes in your nervous system that alter your pain perception, and your expectations around treatment can also influence how you feel. Telling someone that their pelvis is upslipped, downslipped, rotated, asymmetric, or out and needs to be fixed or reset can create a lot of fear, negative beliefs, guarding, and dependency on a provider. Manual therapy, exercise, and movement are all useful tools, and the problem really isn't necessarily the tool, but it's the story that we tell. Ultimately, rehab should empower people to trust their bodies, not make them fearful of movement or dependent on someone to help fix them. Share this with a friend or colleague and let me know if it was helpful below.